Hey guys, it's Emmanuel Lunk with Ready for the Lifestyle, and in this video we're going to talk about what makes up a good credit score and how you can improve yours. So before we dig in deep to this topic, I want you guys to hit the subscribe button below. Also, check the descriptions. We'll leave some links, some helpful links for you guys to follow. And also, if you like it, thumbs up, and please do comment below. Let's get into this video. So I'm going to talk about what makes up a good credit score, but what I just decided is to show you my personal scores. So let's go to the computer so you can see. Okay guys, so this is my credit score. Right here, it's on Credit Karma, but this is not the most up-to-date. They have something that's called Credit Check Total. I'll put that in the description below. And but I just wanted to show you guys this is mine. So wait, let's just refresh it so we can be kind of transparent. I like to be transparent as much as possible, so we're gonna refresh it so you can see these are actual scores, my actual scores. And I'm just gonna break down just a couple of things before I actually jump back into the video. But you can see right here, this is the accounts. I have about 15 active accounts on here, and don't be so alarmed, but yeah, I do carry balances. I use these cards on a regular, some for business, some are personal. So as you can see, I'm gonna just keep on scrolling just to give you a little overview of what makes up a good credit score. So you have your credit accounts, all your accounts that you will have on there. It doesn't necessarily just have to be credit cards. It can also be loans, personal loans. It could be student loans. It could also be home loans, car loans. So for instance, we have this card right here. Even though it's a high balance, I'm still keeping it under 30% right here. I don't know if, let's see if we can just zoom in just a little bit so you can see. Boom. Okay, I think that's good enough right there, right? That's good enough. So we'll keep it under 30%. It's showing right here. That's one of the keys to actually having good credit. Keep your utilization low. But not only that, but this card has a high balance. I mean, a high credit limit. Okay. We'll dig in deep. And then also the history that it has on the account, which is not that many years. It's about 2 years on this account. And then we have another one that's about, what, 8 grand. So these are actual accounts that I also have. These are actually newer accounts. I'm not even gonna, let me, like even with this one right here, this is a newer account too. Let me see, this is a $10,000 limit right here. So I don't always use all of my accounts. I mean, I just keep it open. It's just good to always have credit available, when needed, and never to close these accounts. All right, the longer the better. The more years, the better for you. Okay. So let's get into another part of it too as well. So I just showed you that. Let's click over to overview. Let's go back to overview. Okay. So another thing that makes up good credit score, we're gonna just click on this one right here. I did some holiday shopping, so I know my score dropped just a little bit. Okay, so this right here is called hard inquiries. Okay, anytime you actually go for credit or someone extending you some type of any type of funds, this is what you're looking at right here. It will affect you, but not as much as an actual late payment. Okay, we're gonna get into that too. So inquiries, that's one of the things that I tell people. Once you're trying to apply for new credit, and you're typing in your social, this is what pops up on your credit history. Inquiries, which is a small part of the credit score though. So you can see how long it stays up. It shows it right here. It says 2 years. Right now I have a couple that I just recently did over there, but let's just get into we just showed you total accounts, so let's get into the credit age. Okay, so you see I still have somewhat of a young credit history, but I've been able to obtain a substantial amount of capital with my young credit history. My oldest credit card would be 13 years, 9 months, almost 14 years. And my youngest would be about a year. Like I said, I just applied for some new credit. So that would show up there too as well. The next thing would be derogatory remarks. Now, before I get into derogatory remarks, I just want to tell you, credit history, the years that you have actual accounts open does matter. You can see the scale that they have: 2 years, 2 to 4 years, 5 years to 6 years, 7 to 8 years, and 9 years. So we, when trying to apply for new, high lines of credit, we do ask, some people to try to have somewhere near, this is just an average. It's not saying that you don't have to have any credit cards or accounts that's 2 years or less, but average, somewhere between the 5s and 6. Anything above that is even better. So let's get into derogatory remarks. So for me, I have no derogatory remarks, and that's really good. Derogatory remarks would be collection, late payments. Okay, so derogatory remarks. As you can see, I have none, which is really, really good. I stress the fact with all of my clients, make sure that they pay their bills on time. Try not to get any collections, but they can be removed as well as public records. You just have to find a good credit repair service. I'll try to put a link below as well for one that I use as well. But that plays a small part in your credit score as well, derogatory remarks. So let's get into credit usage. So right here, you can see the credit usage. This is not that much credit, I would say, for any one person to have. Definitely not. I've seen higher than that. And this is only personal. What I started to do was transfer a lot of my personal credit limits to my business to have strong business scores, because that's what we really teach. We teach people how to utilize personal guarantee on their personal side to get business credit, okay, as leverage. So right here, it just shows, make sure, you're using less than 30%. That's a standard rule when you're trying to go for loans, or you're trying to apply for new credit cards and stuff. They want to see your utilization lower than 30%. Now, also on the spectrum of credit score, this actually makes up about around 30 to 35% of your score, just your credit use. Now let's move on to payment history. So payment history is very, very important. You do not want to have any late payments. This also makes up about 30 to 35%. I can't remember exactly the exact number, but around 30 to 35%. So between the credit card usage and the payment history, that's about 65% of your credit score. Okay, so I have a lot of clients that normally come to me and they're like, hey man, I missed a couple of payments, and I'm asking when did they miss a couple of payments. Any payment missed within about, I'll say, 1 to 6 months is bad if you're trying to apply for anything. Anything over 2 years is not as bad, because 2 years is showing that I'm talking about you're making on-time payments. It's showing that you can actually, take care of whatever debt that you're trying to incur. So for me, you can see, no one's credit is actually perfect. You can see even mine. I have one late payment, and that was because I think I got a new card and I didn't take the chance to. So yeah, this one late payment actually happened when I didn't set up my automatic draft. And I think I did it at the bank, so it's kind of their fault. So I'm still disputing this right here with them. I mean, you can dispute everything on a credit report. So, but yeah, as you can see, it's still not as bad as having, multiple late payments. This is just one. And I'm telling you, no matter what, try to pay your bills on time. So what makes up a good credit score? I can explain to you in numbers. Ready? Let's go. Payment history makes up 35%. Your current loan or credit card usage make up 30%. The length of your credit history makes up 15%. And the type of credit extended to you makes up 10%. And new accounts make up 10%. So I'm not really that good at math, but 30 plus 35 plus 10. Yeah, 100%, basically 100%. That's your total score. Okay, so that's all I have on what makes up a good credit score. Obviously, I showed you mine, so now it's your turn now. But seriously, you can comment below. Let me know what you think about that. Also, like this video and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to check out the description. We'll have some helpful links for you guys. And this is Ready for the Lifestyle. See you again.